Welcome to a new video. Today we are going to talk about how we can handle missing values in Pandas. Missing values can be a huge pain because they can skew your analysis and machine learning models. We will look at various ways to identify, fill or remove missing values. We are going to import Pandas and NumPy. I'm just going to create a data frame with copy-paste method for saving time for us in the video, and let's just check that data. We can see that we have three columns: name, occupation and age, which contains non-values in every single column. As you can see, we have one numeric and two categorical columns. Great, so here we import Pandas and NumPy, then create a simple data frame with some missing values. As you can see, there are null entries which represent our missing data, as I just said. Let's first identify these missing values. In Pandas, the isNA and isNull methods are used to check for missing values. So we can simply do df.isNA and df.isNull. So they both returns boolean values false and true for the non-values, as you can see here, but in this type it's not going to be useful in large data sets. So after that we can just add some like this, and we can just run like this, and you're going to see the counts of missing values for each column. Let's just remove one of them and keep going. So let's talk about it. By running df.isNA, we get a data frame with boolean values like this one here. True indicates that the corresponding value in the data frame is missing. Now that we know how to identify missing values, the next step is to handle them. There are several ways to do this, and the first method we will discuss is filling the missing values using fillNA. Let's create a new data frame as df filled, and we are going to use fillNA method, and let's just fill the NAs with unknown here. Print df filled. Or we can just remove the print and it's going to return the same. As you can see, instead of nonce, we have unknown values here. The fillNA method replaces all the missing values with the value you provide. Here, all non-values are replaced by unknown. Another popular method for handling missing numerical values is to replace them with the mean, median, or mode of the column. So let's just do that. Let's firstly get the df here, and you can see the non-value here. And now what we are going to use is we are going to say df age dot fillNA df age dot mean. So there's a problem here. In this way, it's not going to change the original value. You can see that our non-value is filled with the mean. Also, we can check that easily, like df age.mean. You're going to see it's going to be 30.75. But if you want to change this in this data frame, because if you print this one here, it's going to be still none, you can use in place equals to true for changing it in here. I'm going to do that like this, and then if you print the data frame, you're going to see the values actually changed. But since I'm going to show you one more method of numeric missing data handling method in this video, I'm just going to rerun the first data creation code for keep that entry none like this, but you just saw the method. So let's just delete this and run like this, and then we can talk about it since it changed our value here. In this example, we replace the missing values in the age column with the mean of age. Notice how we use in place equals to true at the previous example to modify the data frame directly. If you want to remove the rows that contain missing values, you can use the dropNA method. This is another really common used technique, and you can use it if you have really low amount of NA values. So let's just create a new line here, and we are going to say df dropped is going to be equal to the df.dropNA, and we will say print df dropped. Here it is. So you can see that You can see that we got the indices 0 and 3, and let's talk about it. We have the NA value in the first row and the NA value in the second and NA value at the ending row. So they are dropped. We don't have them in this data frame dropped. Drop NA removes any row that contains at least one missing value. This can be risky because you might lose valuable data, so it's cautiously. Before we finish this tutorial, it's essential to know that you can also use interpolate to fill missing values in numerical columns. This method will fill in the missing value based on the values of other elements in the column. So it's not going to be helpful in our dataset I'm going to show you, but I'm just going to give you an example for you to understand. So you can see that we have doctor here, and if we had another doctor, it can take it as reference and make a prediction based on that. Or if we have 20 numeric columns, it can model it and predict a value for this age column here. Also, if it's going to use doctor information, we need to use label encoding and give this value as numeric in dataset. So how we do that is we are just going to say we can change the original dataset. We are not afraid of that now. df age, and we are going to use the interpolate method and print df. Also, I'm not going to use the print here. Go like this. For one more time, interpolate fills missing values based on surrounding data points. What I said was it can take information from another columns, but it's just the type of interpolation. And in this type of interpolation, we are just taking the column we are working on, its age now, and it's taking the information about the age and makes a prediction from that column. So it says like, here's it 25 years, 35 years, 40 years, 23 years. So this can be 30 years. It can be particularly useful for time series data. That was all for this video. Thanks for watching. I'm creating content about data science and programming. So if you're interested in these topics and see more content about that, you can subscribe to my channel. Have a great day.